31st December 1996, 3 a.m. in the morning. 17 years old girl left her house. It sounds very strong, but she was not allowed to speak. She was not allowed to express her feelings. She was without confidence and she was hardly able to speak any language. But she wanted to sing, she wanted to dance, she wanted to do sports and many things. But life was not easy in small town, in her house or outside. Something broke inside that day and she just followed her call and left her house middle of the night, 3 a.m. Started started running towards to the station without planning, without money, one pair of clothes on her, and just jumped on the first train and landed in big city Bhopal. It was not easy, but call was so clear and loud, and she just followed. Without money, nothing was easy, no support system, survival was so tough. But she was very determined to finish her graduation, to explore the world. Needless to say, the girl was me. Series of small jobs, and she managed to finish her graduation. The typical escalator of India. I thought after graduation, everything will be fine. I will get the job, I will survive well. But that was not the case. Soon I've realized engineering is not my subject. And I've started styling people. That's how I stumbled upon fashion. And that word was new for me. Thanks to my friend, with the help of my friend, I managed to sit in the fashion school for a few days, but soon kicked out of it because I was not having money to pay. But thanks to my uh, uh, I managed and I survived. And um, after that, it was not easy for me to do things. Um, Education did many random jobs, and I landed in Mumbai city. Cutting very short, I don't want to go in details. I got job in Barodra, and I landed in Mumbai doing a job in export house as a designer. Soon landing in Mumbai, I met with an accident, and that put me in a bed for 6 months, and I lost my job. Again, the survival was tough. The little voice was pushing me again and again from that new structured life. And again, I got job as a gym instructor and gym. That was not my subject, but my little voice was pushing me and I did it. But I used to take my design portfolios to my gym clients and I explained this is my passion and I want to do fashion. Many clients, they appreciated my work. And one of the client was bank manager's wife. And she pushed me to take loan of 50,000 rupees. And I've opened my very small 100 square feet boutique in Malad suburbs. It was not easy. 19 years old girl, no fashion background, no fashion study, no fashion sense. But that little voice was pushing me stronger and stronger. I've opened my first store, and then second, and then third, and fourth one was the big one in Juhu. By that time, many people were working for me, and business was going really well, but something was missing. I, I soon have realized I needed to do fashion study, but it was quite challenging. Business was running, but that little voice, it was there, and she pushed me again. Let's do it. And I've enrolled my post-graduation in Delhi while my business was in Mumbai. It was quite challenging. I used to travel Bombay, Delhi almost every weekend to maintain my business and doing my course. But 2 years of nightmare, but it was worth it. By that time, I was having my style, my creativity, but lot of conflicts with my faculties, my school, because I've never done my study in a conventional way. And again, that little voice was pushing me, let's go and do Fashion Week, which was not allowed because before graduation, you can't go out and do something. But I have no choice. I have to listen to her. And I applied. I got it. And I did it. The first fashion show in Lakme Fashion Week in 2011, I've showcased my first collection. And after that, I did my graduation. I was particularly lucky. I didn't have any structure fashion education. At the very beginning, that allowed me to be a sort of artist, textile artist. My means of expressions was always art and fashion. Never liked talking, hardly spoken broken English. Also being born and raised in Madhya Pradesh, next to the Chanderi village, and I've seen always my mother wearing Chanderi sari. I've always felt the hand weaves are the most elegant and sophisticated fabrics. And my encounter with the weavers, I was in love with them. The skill, the art, the how many hours they put behind this practice, it's amazing. It's amazing to see how they tie 10,000 looms, 10,000 threads on the loom just as a preparation. They are not trained, they don't have any formal education of maths, science, geometry, design, etc. But everything falls in place so magically. They are real artists. Indeed, it was inspiring, an emotional moment for me, and of course, big turning point. I found my purpose. The little voice was pushing me, show this to the world. And hand weaves became my mission to take it on a global stage. But everyone was shouting and saying, this is not trendy, this is not fashionable, this is not glamorous. And I was horrified. And of course, I needed to find how to make it trendy and traditional. And then again, that voice was pushing me stronger and stronger and stronger. With all these confusion, with all these expression, I started experimenting with saris, cutting saris, draping saris, using traditional silhouettes, making it modern, many ways. Somehow I found my style. Also being in Mumbai, still I was living village life. I was particularly lucky my roots were coming for small town where sustainability is way of life. It's very simple, nothing extraordinary. Where mother used to shout and I used to be so irritated. Mother used to say, don't throw things, don't waste things, learn how to reuse, how to recreate, Simple example I'll give you. If her sari is new, she will wear it outside. If little bit torn, she will wear it at home. Or maybe it will convert in my frock. Or I'll see curtain on my window. Or tablecloth on the table. Or cleaning fabric on the floor. I think this is very simple way we have learned the sustainability. Simple way we have learned how to respect nature. We used to have adha angan, adha ghar, half house and half garden. That was the simple message. The nature is your extended body. So you have to respect, you have no choice. Many things like you have to respect people, you have to value people. I think this is real sustainability. And without knowing, I have followed when I was unknowingly, when I was creating Vaishali. Now it's extremely trendy, fashionable. That's the real way of life we have lived, and we lived in India in small towns and villages. So with this, because I was doing fashion cutting fabrics, It was so disturbing and painful to see throwing leftovers. And my little voice, she said, "You have to do something." And I started rolling fabrics in different textures, different buttons, different cordings, and started giving them shape. But somehow I was out of context with my hand weaves, exploring fashion world. Always dressing up in sari, putting bindi, and walking on the ram. These are the days I have explored hand weaves, different hand weaves techniques, and I have lived with my weavers. I have learned from them. It was amazing experience. I have realized I needed to give design, innovation, shapes to these weaves to make it global. And their little voice again. She was pushing me. Make it big with hand weaves. It was not easy. People were not accepting. India was not happy. It's not fashionable. It's not glamorous. I called up New York. My little voice said, "Pack your bag and go to New York." I packed my bag. I went to New York. Not having any kind of exposure of New York, I did few shows. Finally, in 2016, New York Fashion Week happened. And that was the first show in New York using hand-woven fabric. And thanks to my little voice, New York has given me business and confidence. Sales were really good in India and US. But again, the little voice was not happy. One day I woke up and I said, let's go to New York, let's go to Paris Haute Couture Week. It was not easy. One person believed in me. He's sitting here, Alessandro Giuliani. He said, "You are mad, but let's do it." And I became first female designer ever to showcase at Paris Haute Couture Week. That was amazing feeling. But then COVID hit. Everything was shut down, locked down. No resources, no karigars, nothing was there. But now I think you know me, I did it. With minimal resources, I managed to make collection while everything was shut down. I had to cross 7 different countries to reach Paris, but I did it. It was sense of achievement and preparation for like bigger platform. And after that, of course, after Paris, again, I don't want it to, my little voice was always so aggressive, and she said, let's go to Milan Fashion Week. And next Milan Fashion Week happened, and brand became the first and only brand to showcase in Milan and Paris both, only with handloom fabrics. So now little girl was not that little, and she may have done things relentlessly, unthoughtfully, or maybe sometime rushy way. But thanks to that little voice, listening to that little voice and not doubting on her possibility to achieve things, that has managed to put Indian handloom craft at the biggest top global platforms. And ever, like only Indian to do so. Here I want you to take one thing from here. We will have several turning points in our life, but we will have several little voices. It's your choice if you want to ignore and live safe life, or you want to jump into it and have courage to listen to that voice. Believe me, that voice knows more than you, and that voice will open all impossible doors for you.